What's up, everyone? John Matrixx here with another episode of John Matrixx Talks Movies. Today, we are talking Mark Hamill. Mark Hamill teases Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, Star Wars reunion that could have been. Now, we all know that Mark Hamill is very much emotionally attached to Star Wars. This pretty much started his career, and he really wished that Luke and Han Solo could have met in the sequel trilogy, but it never happened. Everyone wanted Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, and Princess Leia all to be in at least one scene. Actually, it should be multiple scenes, but we know that that did not happen. And Mark Hamill has been pretty vocal as of late, probably because his contract is up with Disney now, and he can go out and say whatever he wants to say. And he's been pretty vocal about his disappointment with the Disney Star Wars sequel trilogy. And a very important scene was actually cut out of The Last Jedi. It was actually Luke mourning Han Solo after his death. And this is the excuse that Rian Johnson gave. We realized just for pacing in that section, we had to stick with Rey and Luke, and we wanted just to go straight from him slamming the door of the hut into the day in the life montage of him going around the island. Taking that bit out suddenly propelled us forward into that segment in a way that just felt much better for the film. Okay, so you're trying to tell me it was better for the film to see Luke going around milking a space alien than to mourn Han Solo? It was better to see Rey in a scene with Luke than to have Luke mourning his friend who died? These guys at Lucasfilm, they just don't get it. They really just don't get it. And it says here, Rian Johnson stands by his decisions that he made in The Last Jedi. This doesn't make any sense. But Mark Hamill posted this wonderful picture of him hugging Harrison Ford. And he says here, what a Han-Luke reunion might have been. Wow. This is just so sad because we know that Mark Hamill is so disappointed. I mean, they did a number on him and getting him to sign up for this trilogy because he wasn't really in The Force Awakens, and The Last Jedi, he was unrecognizable as a character, and the rumor is now that he's just going to have a cameo in Star Wars Episode 9. And that wouldn't be a surprise to me or probably to anyone else, because if you look at what they've done, they have torn down the old characters and they've gone with the new characters. It doesn't make any sense. They have just completely disrespected the past. Now, I wish that Lucasfilm could have taken the Cobra Kai route. Cobra Kai, if you haven't seen that series, watch it on YouTube. They respected the past. They didn't just go out and kick the old characters to the side and show the new ones. No, the first episode was about Johnny. The second episode was about Daniel. Then they pretty much implemented in the new characters, gave us great nostalgia. Disney Star Wars can learn a thing or two from that, but they haven't. So it's just so sad. It's just so sad that we never got to see Han, Luke, and Leia again. And Mark Hamill, I'm with you on this, man. I'm with you on this. Han, Luke, and Leia. Never in a million years would I have imagined when they brought back Star Wars that we would never get them in one scene. I'd never imagined that they would absolutely destroy these characters that George Lucas created. George Lucas, this was his babies. Star Wars was his babies. And I'm pretty sure that he has a lot of regret about selling Star Wars. I'm pretty sure that George Lucas is highly disappointed with what has happened to Star Wars. Star Wars has been run into the ground, and they can't get the little things right. All of the little things, the easy things, they can't get right. Like Luke not acknowledging C-3PO when he walked by him. That was actually only added into The Last Jedi because Mark Hamill said something about it. Mark Hamill said, I just can't ignore 3PO. And then Rian Johnson just told him to do whatever. This doesn't make any sense. See, this is another reason why Rian Johnson should not have a Star Wars trilogy, because he does not understand Star Wars. J.J. Abrams takes a lot of blame too, because under his watch, Han Solo was killed off. Han Solo was turned into a deadbeat dad. Princess Leia didn't really do anything. Carrie Fisher just kind of stood around, and that's it. She did nothing. She had nothing really to do. And this is just disappointing. It's unfortunate, but that's the way it is. So this just gives me no confidence in Star Wars Episode 9. If Luke just has a cameo, that is going to really alienate a lot of fans. But I wouldn't be surprised, because I read months ago that Mark Hamill was only on set for like a week. I guess he's going to probably come back in for reshoots or something like that, but he's not going to have a significant role in this movie. This is just so sad. Harrison Ford didn't want to play Han Solo since Empire Strikes Back, and Lucas is now not running the company, so Disney just granted his wish. And now, as George Lucas said, there's no money in dead Han Solo toys. Toys just aren't selling anymore. This is just so sad. Mark Hamill, we're with you on this. I mean, he is just coming out time and time again, telling us the truth about what's going on. Now look at this picture. Doesn't this just touch your heart? Because we only have now what could have been. And that's sad. Star Wars is in a bad place. Our greatest hero is now dead. Luke, he's no more. Luke will probably just have a cameo in Episode 9. Han Solo's dead. Carrie Fisher, unfortunately, is deceased, and they're going to have to reuse bad footage from The Last Jedi to make this happen. So The Last Jedi was already bad, and now they're going to use unused footage from The Last Jedi and The Force Awakens also. But The Last Jedi was so bad that they have to go in and use unused footage from that movie to make Episode 9. This is really bad. But guys, let me know what you think about all this in the comments. If you're new here to the channel, please hit subscribe to catch future videos from me, and we will catch you on the next video. John Matrixx, out.